Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're counting down the top 4 most valuable and expensive 50-cent coins from Australia. Coins that have turned ordinary pocket change into serious collector gold. Some of these pieces are now worth many times their face value, especially in top-grade condition, and they're in hot demand in today's market. Let's get started. First up, the 2005 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin is a vibrant celebration of sporting spirit, national pride, and Australia's unique wildlife. Struck to mark the upcoming 2006 Melbourne Commonwealth Games, this coin stands as a shining reminder of a moment when Australia welcomed the world's athletes with open arms. In excellent condition, it remains an absolute gem for collectors, a coin that captures both artistry and history in one silvery, 12-sided masterpiece. Minted in 2005, this coin was designed to create excitement ahead of the Games, showcasing the warm and welcoming character of Australia. Instead of simply depicting athletes in action, the designers took a playful approach, featuring Australian animals mimicking athletes as they compete. This creative twist makes the coin instantly recognizable and highly appealing to collectors of both sports memorabilia and Australian coins. The reverse design, crafted by Vladimir Gottwald and Kelly Just, bursts with personality. It features a selection of native Australian animals, each participating in a sport that would be contested in the Games. From kangaroos leaping like track and field stars to koalas showing off their gymnastic skills, every detail celebrates the embracing spirit of the Commonwealth Games. The design is symbolic not only of sport, but also of Australia's reputation as a friendly, inclusive, and fun-loving nation. Surrounding this lively scene are the inscriptions Melbourne 2006, 18 Commonwealth Games, and the denomination 50. The script is in clean Latin lettering, bold and perfectly balanced, making it easy to read while not overpowering the intricate artwork. At the bottom right, the designer initials KJ subtly acknowledge Kelly Just's contribution to this remarkable coin. The obverse features the elegant profile of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This fourth official portrait of the Queen, introduced in 1999, is known for its greater realism and fine detail compared to earlier effigies. The surrounding legend reads Elizabeth II Australia 2005, crisply struck and beautifully proportioned. In specifications, this coin follows the standard format for modern Australian 50-cent pieces, 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of 15.55 grams, a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and a distinctive dodecagonal, 12-sided shape. Its composition gives it a lustrous silvery appearance and durability that ensures it can survive decades in circulation without losing its charm, especially if kept in pristine condition. The 2005 commemorative issue was produced in large numbers for circulation, meaning millions entered everyday use. However, coins in excellent condition, showing full detail and original mint luster, are much harder to find. Many were quickly scratched, worn, or tarnished through regular handling, making top-grade examples far more desirable to collectors. One of the key reasons for its enduring appeal is the coin's emotional connection to a major sporting event. The Melbourne 2006 Commonwealth Games drew athletes and fans from across the globe, and this coin served as a daily reminder of Australia's role as host. For sports fans, the design brings back memories of the excitement, unity, and pride that the Games generated. In terms of market value, a circulated coin in average condition will generally be worth around $1.50 to $3 AUD. However, in excellent condition, as you've specified, it can command anywhere from $5 to $10 AUD uncirculated examples, especially those still in Royal Australian Mint packaging or proof sets, can fetch $15 to $25 AUD special error coins, such as those with misstrikes, die cracks, or off-center designs, have been known to sell for well over $100 AUD. Collectors often seek this coin for two main reasons: its artistic novelty and its role in a complete commemorative series. The Royal Australian Mint issued several coins around this period celebrating the Melbourne Games, and assembling a full set is a rewarding challenge for numismatists. The 2005 issue is seen as one of the most creative and eye-catching in the series. Australia's wildlife has long been a favorite subject in coin design, but rarely have animals been portrayed in such a light-hearted, sporty manner. This creative approach not only appeals to Australian collectors, but also attracts interest from overseas buyers who enjoy the blend of sport, culture, and nature. For investors, coins like this one represent steady growth potential. While not yet in the ultra-rare category, its strong thematic appeal and connection to a major event ensure that demand will remain strong. Over time, as high-grade examples become harder to find, their value is likely to rise. This is especially true for coins that remain sealed in original mint condition. The charm of this coin also lies in its storytelling ability. Each animal athlete sparks the imagination, symbolizing the idea that everyone, no matter their species, can take part in the joy of sport. It's a reminder of Australia's friendly, welcoming image and its love for both competition and conservation. The 2005 Australian 50-cent Melbourne Commonwealth Games commemorative coin is a delightful blend of sporting history, creative design, and numismatic appeal. In excellent condition, it shines as a collectible that bridges the worlds of coin collecting and sports memorabilia. Whether you're a dedicated numismatist, a sports fan, or simply someone who appreciates unique and meaningful designs, this coin has the potential to be both a treasured keepsake and a smart investment. It may only carry a face value of 50 cents, but in the hands of the right collector, it could be worth many times more, and its sentimental value is simply priceless. Next up, the 1978 Australian 50-cent coin is far more than just a piece of loose change. It's a window into the history of Australian currency, a product of the nation's post-decimal transition era, and a coin that has survived decades in circulation to tell its story. Even in a black-toned condition from years of wear and natural oxidation, it still carries a bold and dignified character that sparks the interest of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. This particular coin belongs to the standard circulation type that replaced the short-lived round 50-cent coin of 1966. By 1969, Australia had introduced the dodecagonal, 12-sided, 50-cent piece in copper, nickel, and the 1978 issue continued this design, a decision that combined functionality, recognizability, and durability. The 12-sided shape quickly became a national icon, making the coin easy to identify by both sight and touch. On the reverse, you'll find the Australian coat of arms, a design by Stuart Devlin that is rich with symbolism. It proudly displays the kangaroo and emu, two native animals chosen because neither can walk backwards, representing forward progress. Between them sits the shield, divided into 6 sections, each containing the emblem of one of Australia's states. Above is the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, representing the unity of all states and territories. The detail in Devlin's engraving is sharp and intricate, and even in worn or black-toned examples, its depth and craftsmanship remain impressive. The obverse features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Mackin, one of the most recognizable and enduring effigies used on Australian coins. This portrait, with the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, was introduced in 1966 and remained in use until 1984. The surrounding Latin inscription reads Elizabeth II Australia 1978, struck in bold, classic lettering. From a technical perspective, the 1978 50-cent coin weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy was chosen for its silvery appearance and resistance to corrosion, although decades of handling can produce the distinctive blackened patina seen in older, well-traveled coins like the one in question. In mintage terms, over 25 million 50-cent coins were struck in 1978, meaning they were not rare when first issued. However, the challenge today lies in finding coins in truly exceptional condition. Most examples have been through decades of pocket change circulation, acquiring scratches, dings, and discoloration. A coin in blackened condition may not have the highest numismatic grade, but it still carries significant historical and collector value, especially if it has interesting toning patterns or remains structurally undamaged. For collectors, the appeal of the 1978 issue lies not in its mintage numbers alone, but in its role in completing year sets. Anyone building a full run of post-decimal 50-cent coins will need a 1978 example, And those who focus on Queen Elizabeth II's Arnold Mackin portrait years often seek the cleanest specimens they can find. The blackened coloration of this coin is the result of decades of oxidation and contact with moisture, skin oils, and environmental conditions. While many casual spenders see this as a flaw, some collectors see toned coins as carrying a certain authenticity and character, proof of their survival through decades of Australian life. When it comes to current market value, an average circulated 1978 50-cent coin in blackened or worn condition might be worth $1 to $2 AD. Higher grade examples, in excellent condition, can fetch $5 to $10 Australian dollars, and truly uncirculated, mint state specimens can reach $15 to $25 Australian dollars depending on demand. Special variants, such as off-center strikes or coins with die cracks, can sell for significantly more, sometimes over $100 Australian dollars if the error is dramatic and well documented. Collectors are also drawn to this coin for its investment stability. While it may not yet be in the category of ultra-rare coins, its age, historic design, and role in Australia's decimal journey give it a timeless appeal. Over the coming decades, as attrition reduces the number of surviving high-grade examples, values are expected to climb steadily. Another factor driving interest is the coin's educational and cultural significance. The coat of arms design tells a story about Australia's states, national unity, and forward-looking spirit. Holding one is like holding a miniature heraldic document, a piece of the nation's identity in solid metal. For YouTube audiences, coins like the 1978 50 cent are perfect for storytelling. You can share how this coin witnessed the era of disco, the rise of color television in Australia, and the nation's continued economic and cultural growth in the late 1970s. It's a reminder that every coin is more than metal, it's a time capsule. Even in blackened condition, this coin can still surprise collectors with its ability to fit into themed collections, whether it's a full-year set, a coat of arms type set, or simply a personal collection of coins from the 1970s. Its affordability also makes it an attractive starting point for new collectors, while its age gives it enough gravitas to be appreciated by seasoned numismatists. The 1978 Australian 50-cent coin is a piece that blends history, design, and collectability. Its striking coat of arms reverse, regal Queen Elizabeth II obverse, and distinctive 12-sided shape make it instantly recognizable and endlessly appealing. Even with a blackened patina, it carries decades of history and a charm that modern coins often lack. Today, it may be worth a few dollars in the marketplace, but to the right collector, its value goes beyond money, becoming part of a bigger story of Australian numismatic heritage. Next up, the 1999 Australian 50-cent coin might seem like an ordinary piece of change at first glance, but as any seasoned collector knows, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. It's part of the iconic post-decimal dodecagonal series, a shape instantly familiar to Australians and coin enthusiasts worldwide. Struck in circulated condition, this coin has a story to tell, a story of daily use, national pride, and hidden numismatic potential. The coin belongs to the standard coat of arms series, introduced in 1969 after the short-lived round 50-cent coin of 1966. The reverse design, created by master engraver Stuart Devlin, features the Australian coat of arms in meticulous detail, flanked by the kangaroo and emu, symbols of progress and resilience. The shield in the center showcases each of Australia's 6 state emblems. Above, the Commonwealth star ties the whole design together, a proud nod to unity across the nation. On the obverse, we see the regal profile of Queen Elizabeth II, but here's where it becomes interesting. 1,999 coins feature the Ian Rank Broadley portrait, introduced in 1999 itself. This change marked a new chapter in Australian coinage, with a more realistic and modern depiction of the Queen, replacing Raphael Maclaugh's earlier, idealized version. The updated portrait is one of the most recognizable differences for collectors seeking specific varieties within their sets. From a technical standpoint, the coin specifications are precise. It weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its 12-sided shape makes it instantly recognizable, while its alloy ensures durability even after decades in circulation. The coin's metallic composition gives it a bright, silvery finish when fresh from the mint, though circulated coins like this one often show a softer, aged tone from years of handling. The mintage for the 1999 issue was substantial, running into the tens of millions. This means finding a circulated example is easy, but finding a pristine, uncirculated piece is much harder and far more valuable. Collectors prize 1999 coins in high grades because they represent the very first year of the rank broadly portrait, making them a type coin for portrait collectors. The circulated condition of your coin tells its own story. Each mark, scratch, and smooth patch speaks of years in the pockets and purses of Australians, passing from hand to hand in shops, markets, and everyday life. While some might dismiss circulated coins as common, many collectors appreciate them as authentic survivors of their era. In terms of market value, a standard circulated 1999 50-cent coin is generally worth 50 cents to $2 depending on wear and eye appeal. However, high-grade examples in uncirculated condition can fetch $10 to $25, while proof or specially packaged mint set coins can sell for even more. The real surprises come from error coins. Off-center strikes, die cracks, or double strikes from this year can sell for $100 or more, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. One factor that boosts the collectability of the 1999 50-cent coin is its portrait change significance. Whenever a coin design changes, the first year becomes historically important, often sought after by collectors who want to mark the beginning of a new design era. The Ian Rank Broadley effigy, with its sharper detail and realistic depiction of the Queen, gives the 1999 coin a special place in modern Australian numismatics. The coin's design legacy also plays a role in its desirability. Stuart Devlin's coat of arms reverse remains one of the most admired coin designs in Australian history. It's intricate yet bold, traditional yet instantly recognizable, a design that continues to stand the test of time more than 50 years after it was first introduced. For investors, the long-term outlook for the 1999 50-cent coin is promising. While the current value for circulated examples is modest, the combination of its first year of portrait status, historical significance, and gradual attrition of high-grade examples means values are likely to rise steadily over the coming decades. There's also the nostalgia factor. For many Australians, coins from 1999 evoke memories of a world on the edge of the new millennium. This was a year filled with Y2K fears, the excitement of the Sydney 2000 Olympics on the horizon, and a rapidly changing world. Coins from this era serve as tiny metal reminders of that transitional moment in history. In circulated condition, the coin may lack the sharp, mirror-like surfaces of its proof counterpart, but it gains in charm what it loses in perfection. Its softened details and honest wear make it an accessible entry point for new collectors and a sentimental piece for those who lived through the era. This coin also works beautifully in themed collections. Whether someone collects by year, by portrait change, or by Australian coat of arms design, the 1999 issue is a must-have. It's especially appealing for typeset collectors who want one of each portrait used during Queen Elizabeth II's reign. The 1999 Australian 50-cent coin is much more than spare change. It's a piece of national heritage, a marker of a design milestone, and a coin with genuine potential for future appreciation. Whether in circulated condition or pristine mint state, it captures a pivotal year in Australian coinage, and for the right collector, it might just be the coin that sparks a lifelong passion for numismatics. Next up, the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin might seem like just another well-worn piece of silver-colored change to the casual observer, but for collectors, it holds an important place in the evolution of Australian decimal coinage. Circulated examples, like the one we're talking about today, carry with them decades of history, passing through countless hands, shops, and everyday transactions, yet still standing strong as a testament to the craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint. This coin belongs to the famous dodecagonal series, the 12-sided design that replaced the short-lived round 50-cent coin of 1966. The switch from round to dodecagonal came after public confusion with the round 50-cent similarity to the 20-cent coin and the rising price of silver, which made the original coins too costly to produce. By 1969, the distinctive shape was introduced, and by 1971, it was well established in the pockets and purses of Australians nationwide. On the reverse, the 1971 coin proudly features the Australian coat of arms, designed by master engraver Stuart Devlin. In the center, a shield showcases the floral emblems of each state: the rose for New South Wales, the Waratah for New South Wales, the black swan for Western Australia, the piping shrike for South Australia, the lion for Tasmania, and the Maltese cross and crown for Queensland, all flanked by Australia's iconic kangaroo and emu. Above the shield, the seven-pointed Commonwealth star represents unity and federation. The obverse is equally important, featuring the second decimal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by British sculptor Arnold Machin. This effigy, used from 1966 to 1984, depicts the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. It's a softer, more regal portrayal than later portraits, and for many collectors, it represents the early, classic years of Australian decimal currency. In terms of specifications, the 1971 50-cent coin is made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a durable yet attractive silvery appearance. It weighs 15.55 grams, has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and of course, features that instantly recognizable 12-sided shape. The coin size and weight make it one of the largest circulating coins in Australia, and its tactile edges made it easy to identify by touch alone. The mintage for the 1971 issue was approximately 21.4 million, making it relatively common in circulation at the time. However, over the last 5 decades, many coins have been lost, damaged, or withdrawn, leaving far fewer in truly collectible condition. While circulated examples are easy to find, high-grade pieces are significantly scarcer, and therefore much more valuable. Your circulated condition example tells its own story. The coin's smooth fields, tiny nicks, and softened details are marks of honest wear, evidence of a life spent in the real world. While it may lack the sharp lines of an uncirculated or proof coin, it carries a unique charm that appeals to collectors who appreciate coins as living artifacts rather than untouched treasures. From a market value perspective, a heavily circulated 1971 50-cent coin is generally worth 50 cents to $1 AUD. However, examples in extremely fine, EF, to almost uncirculated AU grades can reach $5 to 15 Australian dollars, and fully uncirculated coins can bring $20 to 50 Australian dollars or more, especially if they've been well stored with original mint luster intact. Proof versions, which were struck for collectors in very small numbers, can fetch even higher prices. But here's where it gets exciting. Error coins from 1971 can be worth a small fortune. Mid-strikes, double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks from this year have sold for $100 to 500 Australian dollars, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. A major error with strong visual impact can even attract bidding wars among specialist collectors. Demand for this coin remains strong, particularly among those building year sets or focusing on the Machin portrait era. The 1971 date is an essential component for anyone completing a run of post-1969 dodecagonal 50-cent coins, and its early position in the series gives it extra historical appeal. From an investment standpoint, the 1971 50-cent coin has steady long-term growth potential. While it's not yet a millionaire maker, in ordinary condition, its value rises significantly in higher grades and in rare error forms. The continued attrition of well-preserved coins, as more are lost or damaged each year, will only add to its scarcity over time. Collectors also prize the 1971 issue for its nostalgia factor. This was the era of rotary phones, muscle cars, and black and white TV slowly giving way to color. Australia itself was evolving rapidly, and the coins of the time reflect that transitional spirit, modern in design, yet deeply rooted in tradition. In circulated condition, the coin remains affordable, making it an excellent entry point for beginners who want to start building a historical 50-cent set without breaking the bank. At the same time, serious numismatists seek out pristine examples to anchor their collections, knowing that early decimal issues in high grade always appreciate over time. Ultimately, The 1971 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just a chunk of copper nickel. It's a piece of national identity, a snapshot of the early years of decimal currency, and a reminder of how everyday objects can quietly accumulate historical and monetary value. Whether you find one in your change or purchase one from a dealer, it's a coin worth holding on to. If you happen to discover a 1971 50-cent coin in exceptional condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin that far exceeds its face value. Perhaps even one that edges you closer to that dream of becoming a coin-collecting millionaire. Next up,